Someone came and pulled away the flames. They stitched it up and put me on display. Nothing seems to cure me of the
Hello. We're back. All right. Who's in? Anyone in chat sound the fuck off. All right. Let's get into the show. I actually have a bit of a plan for tonight, things to talk about. All right. Anyways, as good a song that was, it has to end. Like all things, all must eventually come to an end. Anyways, welcome back to the Chillstream. As you know, I'm Quinn. I like how I'm. All right. Anyways, I like how I'm being like it's a first date. No, anyone here at 10:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you know who I am. You're here because you've subbed to me, probably. Let's hope. Inshallah, my friend. If you haven't, please do. Please support the chat, maybe financially, or not the chat, the stream. You can do that at ko-fi.com /right on target. Anyways, we're going to get into some shit today. God, I really wish... if you're in the chat, sound off, because it's displaying no one's here. And I don't want to have a repeat of another time I did where... no one was there for 13 fucking minutes. I ended without even coming on. I guess maybe I'll do a mukbang or whatever the fuck, however you pronounce that. Just while we wait, I'll have my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Remember, you people did this to yourself by not being here. I guess that really isn't. God damn it! It's not really a punishment if no one's here to say it. Whatever. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go back to some music. You getting that? Yum. Let's go to Uptown Funk Goes On. It's a great little music video. Not music video. Little mashup. Featuring the music of Bruno Mars. Hopefully I'm not popped for this. But it's Bruno Mars mixed with Yakuza. And it's awesome. All right.
Police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. I'm a bad girl, that's what break it down. God sent you hallelujah. God sent you hallelujah. God sent you hallelujah. God sent you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign a check. Oh yeah. Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smooth and fresh, y'all skipping. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. I'm a bad out, God sent you hallelujah. God sent you hallelujah. God sent you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk gon' give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. 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 Don't
All right, we're coming back. There we go. That was Uptown Funk Goes On by the lovely, I guess. I don't know, this is the only work of this person I've seen. Pluffaduff. That's Pluffaduff. I guess check out their channel. They do... I don't know, they do a lot of things, it looks like. A lot of mashups, it looks like, which is pretty cool. I'm very into that a lot of the time. Anyways, let's get into some prep. I'd set up some prep for tonight. So we got Mecha in the chat. How's it going, Mecha? I hear you're enjoying the game Control, which I just got also on the Xbox Game Pass. Seems pretty cool. Seems pretty fucking cool. Really, it's actually, let's talk about Control for a little bit, even though there's just you and me, Mecha. But whatever. Excuse me. Apologies. Control's pretty fucking dope. It is written by the guy who wrote the first two Max Payne games, Sam Lake. Who I don't believe had anything to do with writing the third one, which is, looking back, pretty apparent. The differences in terms of tone and, like, class. Max Payne 3 is, well, a great game. Incredible presentation, incredible, like, fluidity of controls, really fun gameplay. It's very obviously a different vibe. It is much more dirty, less classy. I say more realistic. But there's something great about... I've been also replaying the original two Max Payne games. Great games. Really work better on PC with mouse and keyboard, because it's also kind of a pain in the ass to get the controller working with it. But yeah, Max Payne, great game. But yeah, Control is very cool. I have a slight kind of interest in the occult, or at least knowledge of the occult stuff, which really makes little things stick out to me a lot more than I think that would the layman who doesn't know anything about the occult, like objects of power being a term. It is like Aleister Crowley, kind of, if he ran the FBI, I guess is a vibe, but it's really cool. I really enjoy Control, and if you have a chance to play it, I think you should too. I believe it was optimized more for the Series X, or for this just came out generation. I think it was really more optimized for that and PC. So play it however you can, but like get the best hardware you can to do it, I guess. A lot of what's really interesting is the visual aspect of it, because there's definitely live action footage used. For like slide presentations, basically. There's this, just the way that's implemented is also very interesting. And I also really enjoyed the portrayal of the hiss as this like just kind of film on this liquid film, which is pretty interesting to me. Like, it's emulsion, I think is the term it's called. That's what the hiss is kind of represented as. And I mean, if it runs smooth on the 1S, great. It's just, I'm noticing a couple hiccups on my... granted, it is the base Xbox One that I got used, so it also doesn't play half of the games I own. So that's that hardware flaws on my end. So, but anyways, one sec, guys. Jesus. Anyways, it looks great. It actually, you know what is weird about it? It has the look of a really high fidelity, like in terms of animation, an incredibly high fidelity PS2 game. Like the good looking PS2 games ramped up to a whole nother level. Like just some of the animation, the movements, I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of Project Siren in terms of the animation. And I don't understand why that is. It looks gorgeous, really. It's almost like it's intensely photorealistic, pretty much. And the acting is stellar. There's just little uncanny valley shit that is really weird to me, but it is also cool at the same time because it is an elevated kind of world. But yeah, if you want a great little, I mean, I've gotten not very far into it, so, but it's really cool so far. It is I really like the janitor character that Robbie and I just re-met, and he's very fun. He says a lot of weird, interesting things that I think are like. I think the company Remedy is Finnish, so I think they're like Finnish sayings that he's saying, like just weird, odd things, and it's very fun. Another game I've been playing, speaking of utilizing live action footage for it, Senua's Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I've been getting into, and that's pretty interesting too. I don't really know how to really just explain that one. It's, I guess, a Sekiro type or a Dark Souls type, where it's like sword slashing, but it's difficult. There are elements of puzzles. It's very odd, but it's what it really draws me to it is the portrayal of like this character who has like, I believe, I forget the term they use, but basically schizophrenia, just very terrible mental issues, but also in like Viking era. And it's really interesting, and it's interesting that they use high definition or live action footage in that game, because it's like you can tell certain things that are live action, like the vision she has of her dude, her mentor, I guess. They're very clearly live action, also put out of focus, which is interesting because you can still tell the difference between live action and CGI, because it's less crisp. Partially because it's out of focus, but there's a motion to it, a certain style of movement that isn't replicated yet in the computer animation. I don't know, maybe it's my eyes, I don't know, but all of the footage I've seen of her mentor does appear to be live action footage, and I find that very interesting. What's another game I've been playing? I've been playing Nier Automata, which is very fun, very interesting. Because it's getting into like philosophy things there I find very interesting about humanism and existentialism. There's some absurdism shit, I think, too. Just it's interesting that these robots are trying to become humans themselves too, in a way that, because they're also, I don't know, contextually they're trying to wipe out the human race, or have been for thousands of years. These robots, so to which humans have abandoned Earth to the bunker. And I mean, I'm not getting into spoilers that I know. I've kind of watched essays about the video that kind of go into spoiler territory, so I know some twists. But and then these robots are fighting androids that humans created, and of course, humanity's created these robots or these androids in their own image. Which the machine life forms are pretty interesting. That they're now trying to emulate humanity after having conquered Earth. They're now trying to emulate being human, I guess. There's this weird scene where like there's this like the first boss fight after the intro is where the story kicks into where it's going. I think is these robots are like basically you and 2B and 9S fall into this room where there's like robots like basically fucking, but it's mimicking human sexuality, and it's like a birthing room too, and it's like this is really odd. And then you discover the other androids that have, in this part of where I'm playing, they've killed the aliens that have invaded the Earth and taken over the Earth from humanity. So they are now the... I don't think that's a prequel, actually, a near prequel. I think that is just the same game re-released with news content. Uh-huh. Yep, anyways. Good to see you in the chat, June. Anyways, the show today, by the way. Good shit, I guess I should say. I mean, I guess cat's out of the bag. I do think you're Junebug, and I do approve of this character. Although I will say it does less. I don't know. It doesn't it doesn't really up my respect for June like I thought it would, knowing that it's pretty sure that it's you now. I don't know. I don't know how to feel, but whatever. It's you trying, which is good. If only you could do that for your fucking show now. Please try to do that now. You should do this character on your show. Anyways. But yeah, Nier Automata is really, really interesting. I think the moment I really realized that it was going to be something interesting, because I wasn't like a Yoko Taro guy before. I'd never really played Drakengard. I just read an LP about Drakengard that was comedic in nature. But it's interesting shit where... I don't know. I'm starting to find philosophy pretty interesting as a discussion thing. So that might be it. But like the nature of existence and its inherent and utter meaninglessness of inherent meaning is interesting to me. And, it's just, I think I'm going to try to tie it more into my script about how you've got to find and make your own meaning in life. And while that's just as valid as any other person's, it's like, it also inherently doesn't mean anything. Meaning is something given by someone else to a thing. Value is assigned. You can't. I think the term I had was value has to be appraised by a separate party, and thus there is no inherent value in anything. It has just inherently. I don't know. I guess that sounds depressing, but I don't find it is. No, it didn't take me a while, dude. I've known for a while. But anyways, regardless, whatever. We're not here to feud because, man, though, you did panic at the end where Master Fear wanted to come to my channel, didn't you? Jesus Christ, that shut down discussion pretty quick. Anyways, but yeah, I've known for a while, June. It's pretty obvious. Once it clicks, it's like impossible to not know. But regardless, I think you should keep that character. You know what really tipped me off is when you were so gung-ho about because I also didn't think about it much, but when you were so gung-ho about, hey, maybe you should use that bit, it's like, oh, so it is you. You did show your cards a little too much there if you were trying to be the subversive guy there. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, Mecca says you should join me. You feel free. If you can find the technological literacy. Oof. Here's a hint. Here's a little advice. Is that, I mean, I get this sometimes too. I have a thing that still I don't know if I've shut it down in terms of the YouTube. The studio does kind of suck sometimes, so I'm giving you some slack. But StreamYard is really good in this. So don't I don't know. Honestly, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Just figure it out yourself. You're not going to take my advice for the fucking normalizing your sound until someone else gave you the advice. So maybe find the advice from someone else that you'll actually listen to. Regardless, what else have I been playing? I've been reading a lot of manga that I kind of trailed off back in the day. I've been reading Gunslinger Girl, which I didn't know went like years after I'd stopped reading it, which it's good. I own 6 physical volumes, and the last one I read was like getting to somewhere interesting. And I think this is where the story is leading, is that all the original girls I think are going to die now because, I mean, the cyborgs have an inherent lifespan that they've been programmed to have, and the trainers are going to have to deal with the ramifications of what they've done with these children. And this second generation of cyborgs are coming in. And it's getting real sad. Angelica just died, which I think in the first season of the anime, they actually kind of did that. They tipped that. I mean, it's been coming. That's been coming since a long time. That's really always been that way. It's like you could see it coming. But Gunslinger Girl got good. Unfortunately, the second season of the anime got real cringy because it was around a weird part of the manga where it's like it got a little weird. But and the animation didn't feel right in the second season at all because it was like this kind of moe cutesy shit, and it's like this is not what it should be. And they kind of did lays out on a lot of things. Like they did the classic anime trick of a moving background but having no actual movement in the cell, so you can tell it's just one large cell that they sweep the camera over. But they kind of do. Oh yeah, no, the Suicide Bomber enemies suck in Control. Jesus Christ, they're so annoying. Although, granted, I am playing it on an easier difficulty, I think. But oh god, I thought the grenade ones were bad enough. Jesus, oof, those guys suck. It's also really like frightening in some kind of visceral way that I can't really compare to anything else. But speaking of that. The new laptop's able to emulate pretty decently, so I've been playing Fatal Frame. Specifically, the first one is pretty good. And the part where it says it's based on a true story. Shut the fuck up, Mecca. I'm in it for the story in this one. And then I'll go to higher difficulty levels afterwards. It's just that I died so many times to Tomasi. So many times. It's a tough game. But anyways... Fatal Frame holds up. I was playing 2, and Jesus Christ, it really is just the scariest game ever. And it actually kind of not really reminds me of Control, because Control is this occult kind of sci-fi-ish X-Files. It's kind of X-Files the game as done in the style of a shooter, which maybe that's not, but still, I just realized the connection. Control really is an X-Files style game, which is pretty awesome. But Fatal Frame 2 holds the fuck up. And it really is. I wonder if how much of that is rose-tinted glasses. How much of that is nostalgia? I'm very curious. I wish I could see it with fresh eyes now. Clock Tower, I actually did download the ROM of the third game, which I've only ever seen in a comedic LP of it. It does look like it's fun, but it does look like, how am I going to get scared in this? I don't know. It's just maybe because everything's spoiled for me already, because I already know the story. Although I have forgotten a lot of it. So, I also do remember that was back in the day when one of the special features was typically the on specifically like Capcom games, because it's a Capcom project, the third one at least. The a lot of special features in there were actually like live action mocap scenes, and it's like, it did work for Devil May Cry 5, but it looks very silly in Clock Tower because the mocap was, whoa, Jesus, this is very weird and wacky. So I think my experiencing the LP of that might tarnish my opinion of it being a scary game. One I want to check out is Rule of Rose. That's supposed to be very good. Nosferatu, this. Oh. Yeah, Fatal Frame 2 is the scariest game of all time, in my opinion. Where's... shit, what was I looking up? Rule of Rose. And this laptop has the R key missing. I had to remap it to another game, or another key, and that's very annoying. I did it to the Enya key, I believe the term is. Yeah, so Rule of Rose was one of them. Oh, that's Atlas. That might need... Oh, I'm thinking of Haunting Grounds or something, but it's, it's PS2 survival horror. Wow, that's 505 did that? Wow. I didn't know they were around that long. That's interesting. Yeah, Fatal Frame 2 is probably the scariest game ever made. And I really do like the fact that all of my life, really, there's some aspect of like photography in every era of my life, which I find very funny. There's Pokemon Snap, then there's Fatal Frame. Now there's actual photography. So, yeah. Yep. Anyways, fuck. Oh, by the way, Robbie, there's a manga of Record of Lodoss War, right? I don't know if you knew that, but I've started reading that. It's pretty brutal. Like, not Berserk levels of brutal, but like, does the anime go that hard? And by the way, I think the manga is actually like a prequel to the anime. It's pretty cool. And I've been... What else have I been doing? What's my prep for tonight? Yeah, I guess I got with everything there, but jeez, I'm gonna start working pretty soon on the Berserk music videos that I plan to do. I just got to figure out a way to I got to clip them and make it so I can edit them in Premiere, because I don't think Premiere really likes MKVs for some reason. Unfortunate, but did I tell you also about? I did this on the last stream, but I did finally finish Endless Waltz, and it was pretty good. It held up. So yeah, a lot of children dying in that series, that franchise, really. It's very sad though. The fact that Wu Fei is like addicted to combat is very like, just holy shit. Cause he's like a kid, like teenager, maybe young adult. I don't know, but I always got the impression that they were all kids. Cause like they did go to that school type thing in the series. Or at least Hiro and what's her name did. And then after that, I guess she's queen or something. Even after it's been a year, it's like age works weird in this series, I guess. Yeah, it's a good fucking movie. I think I saw it in theaters, to be honest, because it was Endless Waltz was theatrically released, right? I think I saw this shit in theaters. Remember the Digimon movie, dude? Didn't that have? No, I'm thinking Real Big Fish did what? They did an anime intro back in the day where anime was really getting to a peak commercialism, I guess, or not peak commercialism because it's getting pretty high commercially stuff right now, but right when that was starting, anime getting like mainstream recognition, Real Big Fish did, I think, Rave Master. They did that intro, which is odd. But hey, I'm all for more ska. I also do have other show prep I could do. I guess we could I don't know if you saw this, Robbie, because I did send it to you, but it's Yakuza Kiwami 2 in a nutshell. And it's just the most accurate thing I've ever seen in my life about anything, I think. Yeah, Digimon the movie was fucking awesome, dude. I want to watch that again now. Oh, wait. Fuck. Nope, never mind. I said fuck preemptively. I'm doing it right. Anyways, this is this really fun little video by Wazbot. So shout out to Wazbot. I don't know why it says Yakuza Kiwami, because it's Kiwami 2. Is there a point in the game where I can challenge God himself? No, you play as him. Damn it, not serious. Anyways, let's have a look at this. It uses music from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a... I want to get into that. Why is it doing that? That's not a good... There we go. It's about the show. It's not about me. Digimon v Pokemon? I don't know. Digimon was like cooler. It was definitely cooler. But there is a certain charm to Pokemon that is undeniable. And granted, Digimon is also pretty charming, but I don't know. The Pokemon the first movie is like incredible, so I don't know. This is such a great fucking video. Oh man, Yakuza owns, dude. The sound editing on that too also rules. It's Yakuza. But with physics. I mean, sold already. Get fucking lit. This is also a very... Hang on. That is such a fun thing to do in the game, is just get fucking wasted and then stumble around and break shit with the physics engine. It owns so much. Ah, the best. Now, this context is a little odd because this is a work date, by the way. So it's a little inappropriate, but she's also asking him to do this.
Time to take a piss.
Also, I want to say that's an incredible burn-in, because that's not actually a movie you can watch in the game. You can watch, though, the ring tape, basically, and get possessed. That's a pretty awesome sub-story.
Time to take a piss. What the hell are you doing? I'm taking a piss.
Oh yeah, this one's very funny too. There's like 2 missions. There's 2 sub-stories basically that's just... Actually, really, it is a lot of Yakuza as a series. It's Kiryu's made sexually uncomfortable. And it's awesome.
Boy.
Oh, this is the best. This, by the way, this scene you can see in my music video is Dragon, or the Yakuza music video I did with Dragon Attack by Queen. This is such a fun fucking mission that, by the way, these guys show up in Yakuza 7, I've heard. Hang on. Which doesn't leave spaces in between my words. It makes you look like a first grade. So it makes you look like a guy you would have co-host your show, Junebug. Hey-o! Hell yeah, dude. Etsuko was a fucking queen in Zero in the hostess game. She made me so much yen, dude. She just the best. She's a queen, and I'm so glad she returned for Kiwami 2.
The blue one's really hench.
I was gonna say the blue one. I like the blue one. Just look at this, a couple of grown men watching this.
We've got to know how it ends.
Yes!
Yes!
Jumbo Bunchan.
Nice!
Fucking hell.
Boy.
This really just does get the vibe so perfect. This is a truly beautiful shitpost. This part owns, by the way. Oh yeah, this mission's also great. Kiryu gets roped into voice acting gay porn. It's always about making Kiryu uncomfortable, and it rules. And then it always becomes heartwarming at the end. This part, this is so fun. I love this video for teaching me this.
Pissing regimen and started doing pull-ups with my dick. Oh man, epic struggle coming up. Oh yeah, I got this bitch. I pissed 721 milliliters of pure piss.
God bless the Japanese. I just want to say God bless them. Perfect. The best. This video is great. Incredible. Incredible edit. How's there a minute more? Oh yeah, this part. Oh no, is this actually going somewhere sad? Oh no, it's not. Of course it's this. Beautiful. Anyone who wants more of that, just amazing. That is Wozbot. That's Wozzbot. Wozbot. Let's see what else I had for the prep. I had Thingu. That's a Pingu the Thing. You know, this is a pretty interesting little short. It's I guess it's more weeb shit kind of. Although I think Pingu is Chinese actually, not Japanese. I'm not sure. No, it'd probably be Japanese or something. I don't know. I don't fucking care. It's a The Thing parody with stop motion penguins. It's very fun. Lee Hardcastle's Pingu. It's absolutely perfect. Oh, yeah, this guy does other great work. I think this guy did a Doom one too. It's fucking perfect. I think that's also original music. Like, you know, it's obviously intended to seem like the Ennio Morricone theme of the thing. But I think that is originally done music. Slight, or at least, you know, it's the notes, but the instrumentation is done themselves. Anyways, I've also been recommended this this anime called California Crisis, so we might go through that too. It seems kind of interesting. It's got that old classic 80s style of anime. Really, I'm 5 minutes in. I didn't know that. Anyways. Oh, all right. We'll check that out, and maybe that might be... I don't know. I don't know how far I'm getting into it, to be honest. But yeah, it seems interesting. I'm getting back into... Not back in, but I'm getting really into classic anime, so... Pretty sure this is the English dub. Hang on, actually, hang on. No, we're not doing this one. I'm gonna find something else. We might do 5-ish. I don't know. I kind of want to move, not necessarily move away from 5-ish because I love 5-ish so much, but I do want to do. How am I not subscribed to this guy? Any suggestions? You can throw them in the chat. I will try to check them out. Let's see. God, I thought I had more. Anyways, fuck it. Let's put on some 5-ish. Let's see. No, not Fly Vision Flight. We did that. Which, granted, amazing. Yep, this one. The Toy Store Adventure. It's a pretty good one. Anyways, and before I share this, I would like to let you know, this is not a Sam Hyde like MDE sketch. This is, you know, an Orthodox Jewish community thing. It is funny how 5-ish has vastly improved, by the way. But anyways, so backstory, context. They're going to this Mr. Tchotchkemacher's Tchotchke store to get him to donate toys or tchotchkes or whatever the fuck to kids for, I guess, Jewish Christmas. Like, not Hanukkah, I don't think. I think it's a different thing than Hanukkah. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah.
Thank you so very much for agreeing to meet with us today.
Every time it makes me chuckle every time I see Five-ish just walking around.
Thank you so very much for agreeing to meet with us today for the special appointment after closing time, Mr. Chachkamacher. So,
How-
as
By the way, I do really like the improvement I've seen in Five-ish's production value, because they legitimately used to film with like an iPad, and now this is like decently enough lit, not incredibly cinematic, but like you can see the depth of field. The characters pop out from the background because of the shallow depth of field. The focus is on point. None of this was good in the first, like, I'd say probably 10 years or however long Five-ish has been going on until like recently.
as Yis has so eloquently pointed out, so many children living right nearby
How
are lacking.
I really want to put it out. How self-aware do you think these people are about how this comes off? You know, this production value or this production. How self-aware do you think it is? Like when the writers sat down, like conceptually, this guy sat down and said, "Okay, so we need to have a kids show to teach children about Sabbath." Or I don't really know many Yiddish terms, but okay, so who is our Barney? Let's have a $5 bill. I don't know what accent. I think I'm going like Polish, Russian. It's not good. It is not a Yiddish accent I'm doing. Maybe that's a good thing, so I don't get accused of like what would it be, yarmulke face or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. Paya's face. That was what it'd be. Paya's or whatever.
You have the incredible opportunity to help us help them.
Yes.
Now this shot right here, I want to make note.
You have the
I think it's the
incredible
same shot.
opportunity to
Maybe not. No, it might not be actually. I thought it was the same shot, just pushed in digitally, but it might not be. The sync actually isn't.
help us
Whatever.
help them.
Doesn't actually matter.
Yes.
Actually, no, it might be. Might be a different take
The
though,
incredible
because you
opportunity
can see
help us.
a couple of artifacts right here. There's some artifacts on the kid, which indicates it is slightly upres, not upres, but slightly zoomed in instead of an actual push in physically on the camera.
Help them.
I don't know why I pointed that out. I just find that
I want
interesting
to give away
because I'm a
many
nerd.
toys completely and totally for free to these very unfortunate but most deserving Kinderlach. Yes.
You see what I'm talking about? How self-aware are these people? Hey, what is up? Dynamite Gamer, how's it going, Renz? Did you hear that Simp is going to be banned on Twitch now? That sucks, dude. I mean, well, gamer, the ultimate minority, we've always been oppressed. This might be a step in the right direction, except I don't agree. Anyways, back to Five-ish.
I want to give it all away, really.
Well, not all of it. We were thinking that Yitzhak
Well,
and I could
well.
choose some joys that we think might be appreciated. And then, yes, those joys you could donate.
Sure. Donate. Yes. Yes.
I mean, you see what I'm talking. How self-aware are these people?
Just sort of
The production.
hand
I want to say the production staff. I'm specifically referring to.
them over. Complimentary on the house. Yes. Well, no problem. I'll just let you choose them, and you can just take them away without even paying a dime. And yeah, no, I'm fine. Sure, many customers will be happy to come and pay for toys, even though I'll just be giving these away. But it's okay.
Great.
It's
we
like,
need
come
that.
on, dude. You know what you're fucking doing.
Sure you're all right, Mr. Chachkamacher. You seem a little, well, nervous.
If this wasn't a Jewish organization filming these, what would the reaction be? Like, same script, same everything, same performances. What the fuck would the reaction? I mean, we all know what the reaction would be, and it's very funny that it still exists, just and it's not being hit because it's a Jewish organization. I think that's funny.
Nervous? Me? Nervous? Why would you think that I'm nervous?
Well, maybe because you're eating your tie.
No, I'm nothing but thrilled to have you just take some toys from my store
No, Five-ish, that's just the Coke.
and just to give them away and no payment. And I'm sure that this won't affect my business at all. Why would it?
Great.
My dude, you can write that off as on your taxes, by the way. It's quite easy.
Okay, then. So Yitz and I will just take this right here and start choosing. This may take us some time. So
This
feel
gets
free to go
wild.
down to your office, Mr. Chachkamacher, and we'll let you know when we're all
Sure,
done.
sure thing, no problem. I'll leave you all alone with all of my merchandise. You'll roam free.
Come on,
don't
dude.
touch that, please. Don't.
To buy the tchotchkes in my store, I charge fair prices, nothing more. Five-ish and friends
Hang. Was that a?
showed up, asked me if they can take it all for free.
Now I do want to say, this is an interesting dynamic lighting setup, but it makes no sense. Here's why. Clearly, this is a security feed. Although, why he have? I'm assuming this is the toy store. Why does he have a security camera? Like, how did he clear that he gets to have a security camera on the other side of the street? So clearly, outside it is daytime, right here, in this fictional universe of Five-ish and Friends Toy Store Adventure. How's what's the color of this light is tungsten, which means they are, if this is supposed to be window to outside, what is this light in the universe of the movie? I'm curious. Like, maybe this goes to inside, but I don't think so. I wouldn't. I don't know. But that is a thing. It's. I was just talking to Dawn in the meeting about how we were talking about room 237, where in The Shining, I believe, in that documentary, it's pointed out in the interview room, the layout presented the hotel. That backlight in that interview room should not exist. That's an odd thing to exist there because of the fact the way the hotel is laid out. That's a hallway behind the interview room. And that was quite obviously had to have been intentional. Just kind of the weird nature of the hotel, just kind of time and space bending nature of the hotel. So anyways, yeah, that is a thing though for any amateur filmmaker. Know the universe and know why every light is where you are putting it. So if this is supposed to be a window to the outside, you've got to make sure the mood matches the outside of that you are presenting. So yeah, that's a little tip.
All for free. They start slowly, then they're getting faster, hopping up my tchotchkes, they're never gonna stop. Oi, faster.
I mean, he's complaining now to the audience. Yeah, yes, no, I'm aware. That's what I'm saying. That's why he did it, is to display the space bending nature of the hotel, that it doesn't actually make sense, and that is on purpose. But this obviously isn't on purpose. This is just they are choosing the best light for that shot in that shot's moment without any consideration of the context of the shot in the world of the film. Anyways, but the thing I love is that this guy, it's like the people I discovered it from, Revenge of the Sith, had a fan that commented, Himmler could not have made better propaganda than this. And it's like, Jesus, guys, you're aware how this comes off, right?
All my inventory, taking all my tchotchkes, everyone they'll hop. 1, 2, 3, 4 Mega blocks and Lincoln logs and sticker sets and Lego and dollies in their house. Oi, more.
By the way, I hadn't seen this part in what I've seen. They're just...
1, 2, 3, 4
Now I
Mega
understand.
blocks and Lincoln-
He's just fucking around. He's not selecting toys. He's just fucking around like with his merchandise. And then I think so, like, okay, now it's like, wow, now this guy's entirely justified. Problem here, face is too dark. How it would have solved it, because that's obviously not intentional, because you don't want the face to be basically obscured. Maybe what I would have done is probably a little kicker, or maybe probably, since this is done digitally, this is color grading done digitally. Maybe, I don't know. It could be log files. I can't really tell. It does have the look of non-log files, slightly color graded, probably a lot. I don't know. Maybe it also could be my monitor right now. but just a little brighter on the face. Probably you justify it by turning up the brightness on the television that he's watching it on. Because, yeah, it doesn't look right now that this television, since this is a burn-in, is displaying any light on his face. The light on here is coming from here. I should do this. This light coming from here. So there's no actual light coming from here, despite the displayed brightness here. So, yeah, again, be aware of where your light is coming from is the lesson here. And if there is a source of light in the scene, the source of light has to actually be emitting light.
Lincoln logs and sticker sets and Lego and dollies in their house. Oi, more, I got Elton Roy.
What is also odd is the flickering. I don't know where that flickering is coming from. Right here. That looks like to me probably one of their, they might be using some fluorescence in the general lighting of the scene. That's probably it is. It might be darkened in post, which they went a little overboard if they did. Yeah, that's definitely a refresh issue of a light not syncing up to the frame rate of the camera. Because, oh no, that is intentional. Never mind. Man, for such a high-tech setup, I didn't notice this, but for such a high-tech setup, you'd think you could just replace this.
It's not that I don't want to give.
You know what? I think that they might be doing that manually too, not set up with a. I don't know. Flickering lights are real tough to do to make them look genuinely flickering. The best work I've seen on that is probably Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, but humans naturally tend to do it in patterns. That's just how our brains work. So let's look for the pattern in this, see if it's natural or not.
They must forgive.
Yeah, I think that's a kid with a dimmer.
I can't just give it up for free.
Like, come on though, just contextually. I don't know. I keep harping on that, but this comes off like, whoa, what, like, how did they get away with this?
Profits are for me.
You know what else I find weird? Not like it's a really negative thing, but like the integration of the sound in this, the soundscape of this. It's alternate, like the sync is not bad, but his voice just somehow, there's an uncanny valley effect with his voice. That it doesn't feel, because it's obviously overdubbed. But it's a good dub, except it's not at the same time, and I don't really understand why it's not good. Because the lip movement does match up pretty well.
They start slowly, then they're getting faster, chopping up my trash, cause they're never gonna stop. Oi, faster, all my inventory, taking all my trash, cause everyone...
Anyways, enough of the song and dance. What he does is he traps them. I guess we didn't miss. Oh no, hang on. Wait, oh, it did the thing. Look, here's his position here. So, here's the problem here. This is an editing issue, as well as a general choreography issue. This shot, leaning back. And there's no even a hint that he's going to go forward, which that would help a lot. Single frame, he's in this position now. So, you know, that's just a thing you want to know is when you're editing. A thing that could have helped this very, very easily could have helped this. Right after this, right here is where I'd put in a shot of the monitor. Either delete this line or put a buffer in. So it makes sense that he could have gone in that span from laying back to leaning forward, because that is a huge jar to the audience.
Cannot let them out.
What's going on?
I don't know. It seems something's gone wrong with the power. The lights are flickering. And it sounded like a lot of doors are locking. Let's go down.
So yeah,
to Mr.
this dude locks them in the store instead of just, hey, you know, I changed my mind. I'm a little hesitant about this. I don't, for some reason, despite being a businessman, I don't know that I could write donations off on my taxes, which would help my business regardless, and PR and shit. So could you just get out and leave the toys? No, he just kidnaps them, which is a pretty bad crime. I think that's a felony. Might even be on the federal level.
Chopskemacher's office and see if he can fix things. It's locked. That's strange. Mr. Chachkemacher! Yoo-hoo! Mr. Chachkemacher! There seems to be some issue with the power. Help me out here, Yitz. Mr. Chachkemacher! Mr. Chachkemacher!
You know what really ruins this scene is that it takes place in 2018, I believe. When everyone and their mother has a cell phone, they can just call the police.
Oh, help us! We're stuck in here! Oh, help! Oh, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, Fivish, just call the police.
Right there.
I can hear you. There's no issue with the power. We are simply in lockdown.
By the way,
there's no issue with the power.
did he get electrocuted here? Is this like... By the way, I think that's... What is that prop? That's just something that looks like they... That looks like a... That's a soundboard, I think. They just put lockout on. Double bolted lock. Yeah, why has it got a mute button? This is a... I think that's a... Might be not the exact same one I have, but it might be a Behringer. No, it's not a Behringer. It's a... I don't know. It's similar enough. It might be a Behringer. I don't know. But that is a piece of audio equipment. That rules, dude. Phones. Oh, that's very funny.
Lockdown.
I'm going to look up what the fuck this is.
I just don't feel like getting into it this time.
So just ask him to leave.
Out of my store. Using my super strong, paranoia-proof, grade A steel bolt locks.
Okay. Oh, I was going to ask, where's this? What is this shot? But he's got a baby monitor, I guess. Wait, no, why is he filming himself? This is bad, because this is legally, this is intent to kidnap.
A steel bolt locks.
This is not going to end good.
Any toys tonight, I'm afraid.
Why would you lock us in?
And then film himself saying he's doing it on purpose. It's a really bad idea legally.
Done talking to you.
All right.
I just had a change of heart. I'm signing off now. So you better get comfy, you two.
Would a big giant thing of money that has no pockets have a cell phone? I mean, spoilers, he does. But also, maybe you're the guy who might be your next co-host in maybe 2 weeks. You know, maybe the child would have a cell phone.
Good night.
I just can't believe Mr. Chachkemacher would do this.
It does look
There
like
must be a way
Behringer.
out of here, Yitz. Let's think.
Well,
is
we are in
a-
a toy store. Maybe we can use some of the toys to help us.
I'm sure if we shoot all the windows, we can break through.
Fuck it, it doesn't matter. I was looking up what company it is. It's a soundboard, a sound mixer. So are these windows electrified now? What the fuck? Why does he have such high security for these? Not really, like, they don't look expensive. What? Wait, what the fuck is that? What is this effect? Did we go to sci-fi land? What the fuck is going on?
I found an area that's lit up. Maybe we can get in.
This is the prequel to Blade Runner 2049, which is just Blade Runner. Actually, I think this was uploaded after Blade Runner 1 takes place.
Here.
I've never noticed. What is this effect that is
Nah, it
happening?
didn't work.
What if we pour bubble juice into the locks to loosen them up and then use the Frenchlet bracelet twine to shimmy between the door jambs? How about
Five-ish. What the fuck are you talking about? How would you just throw a chair into the fucking window?
pressing some silly putty all over the door jamb to find the imprint of the door lock combination, and then use a funhouse mirror to read it backwards and decode the missing numbers, and then use...
I want the kid to say, Fivish, are you doing a fucking bit, dude? This is serious.
Fivish, I just don't think there's any way out of here.
We got to keep on trying. We can't up. Get back up on that horse now. Don't be a looking cup.
You could also, here's another thing, threaten to destroy all the toys you see. That's another thing you could do. Is just, hey, let's negotiate. Or, hey, we're not going to take the toys. Please let us out. This is kidnapping one. And also, kidnapping a minor. That's a pretty bad offense. This is the best, yeah. No, I love Fivish. This is a Fivish Stan account right now.
If we keep on trying, but the world, let's get busy.
You know what? I also want to say, this kid, by the way, compared to the other actors that are children in Fivish, he's pretty decent. Not great, but compared again to the other kids that have been in this series, he's trying his best right now. And it isn't terrible.
Hashem provides the outcome, but the work is up to us. All right, Yitz, let's get busy.
Granted, he makes a lot of mistakes kids do make when they're not... What, is this dude just electrocuting himself constantly with his security system? What the fuck? You're sticking your hands into open arcs of electricity, my dude. What the fuck? Banana peels. Big knob. Okay, I'm going to look that up. I'm going to look up that soundboard. Why are they using sound equipment? Granted, maybe it's because that's what they have, because sound equipment is, their sound is good.
We shall see about that.
Okay, so that's a big, yeah, that is a company. You know what, I will also say, this, while it is, like, borderline anti-Semitic by the Semitic people themselves, it's very fun. And it does have a certain heart and a certain charm to it. That is kind of indescribable in its dumbness. Why the fuck wouldn't you just have a different looking thing? I love how that just... Their props sometimes don't work. Ah, God, that looks like the Robbie, back me up on that. Looks like an effect from Zebra Man. That goo, it really does.
We've tried everything, Fivish. There are no more.
Wait, was that lock a CG? That lock's a CG effect. All of them are. Oh wow! Oh, they didn't track it correctly too.
We've tried everything.
Oh, and then the lock, some of them disappeared.
Fivish. There are no more hidden gadgets, fancy gizmos, or tricks up any sleeve. I even tried waving the
See,
magician's
when people talk about
door locks.
we want practical effects and not CG, we should also apply that definitely to set dressing, like, you know, a lock on a window.
That's how desperate we are.
Tricks, magic. I almost forgot.
What, Fivish? What?
My magical, gewaltige, glorious glitter gelt.
What in the world is glitter go?
Hang on, I just noticed this comment. What's not peaceful, June? I'm just poking fun, my dude. We're just having fun here. If you feel uncomfortable, that's fine. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop. You came to me. This is my kingdom, and you're welcome to be here if you want, but you're also welcome to leave if it gets too hot for you. Like, I ain't attacking you. I'm just poking a little fun. So, yeah.
Glitter gelt, my fine young man, is a magical monetary mixture of monies that have been
Like-
justified
Come on, dude. Come on.
and glitterified into this amazing substance.
Okay, but what does it do?
Yes, I was just getting to that. Glitter gelt, when sprinkled on any inanimate object, has the power to bring that object to life for exactly 6.5 minutes. Amazing, I know.
Not
right?
really.
Blows your mind.
I mean, are you imbuing these things with souls?
For 6.5 minutes. And this helps us how?
Just think of it, Yitzhak, my boy. Use that Yiddish cup of yours. Here we are in a toy store with all sorts of super smart brain-stimulating playthings, doll action figures, you name it. All we have to do is choose the thing that seems like it has the potential to be the very smartest toy, or tchotchke, sprinkle the glitter gelt, and then watch it come to life.
I don't know why was that such a charming little aside? Or tchotchke. Okay.
And help us escape.
Glitter gelt.
What is he looking up here? Hang on. That looks like just a texture website.
Escape.
And it doesn't seem to be, it seems to be on a different like, what is this? This looks like he's looking up textures for wicker. That's what I'm seeing. It's because it's slightly out of focus. I can see he's got the camera set up here, but this looks like just a texture for wicker.
Glitter gelt. This is a disaster. What if they use it to escape with all my tchotchkes?
Well,
Just
if they
tell him
don't
to
think
leave, you
about that
fucking
glitter gelt,
dum-dum.
then choose wisely. How about that brainiac futuristic robot?
I've got to stop them from bringing a smart tchotchke to life and getting help. As long as they use glitter gelt on something with a real Lucken cup.
So is glitter gelt just an established thing in this universe that's not even special to Five-ish? Is this just how the Orthodox people roll? Should I have known about this?
I'll be safe. We'll be safe. I got it. If I squirt puzzle glue and force Five-ish to stop.
I hope the next escalation. I mean, I know it's not, but I hope the next escalation he just shoots one. Like there's just gunfire
Right in front of a tchotchke with a cup that has just about as much brains as a potato.
Whoa, is that a dig on the Irish, my dude? So yeah, big knob. Hang on.
A potato.
Studio command system. So this is a different logo. So they have multiple different like sound equipment things, but they do all seem to be sound equipment. Which, granted, I will say the sound is actually pretty good. Other than the recorded sound seems pretty good. The escape of it not amazing, but yeah. I guess they just don't. I guess they just don't. God damn it.
Not Mr. Potato Head.
Well, hello there, friends. Hey,
I'm not gonna lie, this is awesome. This is the fucking greatest thing I've ever seen.
who said that? I can't talk. I guess you must have said it, Mr. Money Person. So hello, friends. Right back at you.
No, Mr. Potato Head. Actually, you said it. You're live now.
What's that,
Yay.
Mr. Humongous Live Lego Boy? I can hear you.
Do I have a soul now? Oh my god, I only have 6 minutes to live. Oh my god. He just breaks down crying with existential dread.
Let me stick my ear back in. Oh, that's better now. Now, when were we?
Now, do you think they had that? Do you think, how much of this do you think was improv? Because that feels like a line they had in the script that they planned to do it practically or whatever, that they planned to do on the day, and then they just saw the costumes like, fuck, we can't do it, but we got to have that line because it's so clever.
Where were we? And who is talking right now? I can't talk. My mouth is just for show. Mr. Potato Head, sir, I'm Five-ish, and this is Yitz, and we really need your help. We have only 5 1/4 minutes left with you, and we're stuck inside this tchotchke store.
What happens after 5 1/4 minutes? Do I die?
And can't get out. I'm alive. I can talk. That is amazing. I can move and jump. Well, golly, I feel as jumpy as a sizzling latke.
This potato cup is obviously not going to be much help.
Honestly, while this shot isn't bad, I don't know if I would have gone for this low angle here. I don't feel it's just granted, it is a little more dynamic than a straight on flat shot would be. No, you know why it's justified? The exit sign. That is the eventual goal of this. So that's what actually, you know what? It's actually that I think that is a good move on their part. I got to give credit where it's due. The exit sign does remind us that this is the plan, I guess. I don't know. It drives the movie forward, I guess. Granted, this is schlock bullshit, but I can see why the director of photography might have just justified this shot as, hey, we need to remind people that this is all to exit this building. But then someone should have pointed out everyone has a cell phone in this year. Why wouldn't Five-ish just call someone? Which, by the way, that's the eventual thing, is he just calls a friend.
Mr. Potato Head, sir, sorry to interrupt your joyful jiggerosity.
Whoa, that's a little close to the gamer word, Five-ish.
Way out? No, I just got here. It's so much fun here. Look
I'm
around.
about to die.
Why would you want to leave? Well, you see, kids need their off-equipment presents, and Mr. Chachkamacher has had an unfortunate change of heart. And
I love his vaguely Italian arm motions, too. That's pretty great.
if we don't get out, we won't be able to help the Kinderloch. I'm afraid I just don't understand what you're talking about, Mr. Big
And I also don't care, because I'm about to die.
Green Money Man. You may have noticed I haven't got much going on up here, but hash browns.
But you know what? I got something going on down there. You could suck it, man.
I think I'll go.
You could suck my dick, person who just brought me to life to die in 6 minutes. Fuck you.
Find a toy kitchen and bake myself in the shrinky-dink microwave.
Oh, he's talking about suicide. Jesus Christ.
Do you think maybe you could at least help us try to get one of the doors or windows open? Oh, well, gee, okay. I'll keep my eyes peeled for an escape plan. Get it? Eyes peeled. As long as you let me take this little rest on the couch first. All this coming to life stuff is pretty exhausting. No small potatoes. I need a nap. Oh, they don't call me couch potato for nothing.
Oh, for French fries' sake.
Wait, what?
Potato for nothing.
Oh, for French fries' sake.
Oh, for French fries' sake? What?
Mr. Potato Head, sir, hello. Wakey, wakey. Oh, dear.
Five-ish teaches the children about death.
Our time is running out. Mr.
Isn't
Potato
that the
Head,
same for all of us, Five-ish? We're all just waiting to die.
Head. No, not the Kugel blade. No.
What?
Oh,
Is Mr. Potato Head, does he have PTSD for some reason? Whoa.
Nightmare. But no worries, 5-person. I'm up. I'm ready. Ready for action. So let's go. So
Oh,
much
wow,
for
that was a little clumsy.
Let's go.
Did you see that?
Ready for action. So let's go.
Okay, so here's where I don't think they actually froze the shot. Look at that. Look at that transition. They weren't doing shit. They were not really moving. Yeah, that was a freeze. That was a freeze. They did freeze the shot. But on the effect.
So much for that.
Well.
Gamzulatova, it's my boy.
Gotta make sure when you're doing those effects.
Yamzulatova.
When the director says freeze,
Sometimes
fucking
I
freeze.
just crack myself into pieces.
Any other good ideas, Five-ish?
Where'd their good sound go? Jesus Christ, listen to that echo.
Think about stuff, maybe?
That sounds like onboard camera sound. Did their boom guy just quit? Or was he the potato? They only had their boom guy for 6.5 minutes.
Someone who knows stuff.
Oh, gee.
Does that demo
Maybe call
toy cell phone over there have any battery left? I think you just helped me remember the perfect person to call for advice. My good buddy, Charles of Yapcha Consulting Services.
Five-ish, call the police.
You may know him as Shlomo Metal Greenboy, but he goes by Charles at work. You know, the one with all the keys and beepers? He definitely knows something about stuff. Lots of stuff. Hello, Charles speaking. Charles.
I love this. I mean, the CGI is better than it used to be.
Five-ish. Was machst du? How's by you? Was tut sich? So glad you asked. I'll make it quick. We are desperate for your worldly advice. My friend Gitz and I are locked inside Gotcha Chachka toy store where Mitchka Chachkamacher has changed his mind, and instead of letting us choose a Koiman gift, he's keeping us prisoner in his store. How can we get out? We've tried everything, even glitter gelt. But don't get me started. That's a whole different sack of potatoes.
Oh, sounds very complicated. Mom is a shredder in the gemaakt. But maybe you're making it more complicated than it has to be.
How so?
Yeah, you say Mr. Tchotchkemacher changed his mind, so Miss Tome, originally he saw the mile of helping the kinder, no?
Miss Tuma?
So le goire,
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Joss was getting in the way of his initial toy. He's probably deep inside, a decent guy. He may just need to be
A decent guy who's willing to kidnap a child.
We're not quite sure what you mean, Charles.
I'm just saying, maybe instead of kratzen zich eruit met all your gatschkerij to try and break your way out, what you really need to do is go back of the source of the problem.
Five-ish, just call the police.
Reasoning with him.
Or call the police. Or threaten him. Threaten his life. Hey, you gotta come out of that office sometime, dude. I'm gonna fuck you up, dude.
You can be calm, knowing Hashem always taking good care of him. Verstehst?
Brilliant! I knew you'd be the one to call. Thank you so much, Rub Charles. You gotta run.
My secretary will be in touch.
I love those little throwaways. Oh, my secretary will be in touch.
How are we going to talk to Mr. Tchotchkemacher? He didn't seem interested in talking.
You say, hey, dude, I'm gonna fuck you up if you don't let me out. You let me out, we won't even take the toys. If you don't, I'm gonna fucking stab you, dude. Fucking stab you when you come out of that office, Mr. Tchotchkemacher, with this big ass pencil. With this big ass pen. You know where it's going, bitch. By the way, there are also mics, I assume, in this. Wait a minute. Hey, I haven't gotten to this part. So his office is underground. Where did that light come from then? Is it like some industrial, like, horror, like, warehouse underground? Jesus, this gets kind of terrifying now that you think about it. Why does he have that much space underground? It's, oh, fuck. Robbie, I got a great joke for you, but it is real spicy, so I can't tell you. I can't have that on stream recorded. I'll text it to you right now, though. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus.
Dear Mr. Tchotchkemacher, you know you were scared to let your toys go for free. It's understandable. You're worried that your hard-earned business may suffer.
Oh, I'm gonna feel bad about this one for a while.
How you felt when you first heard the plight of our poor children who will be without any tchotchkes this Yom Tov. You can make the difference. All you need to do is to tap into your bitachon. Trust Hashem. After all, he's the one who helped you build Gotcha Chachka up into the successful toy store that it is today. Hashem will always be in charge of your financial success or failure. So you
Oh, fuck, that's a...
may as well use your gifts
Jesus.
wisely. Doing tzedakah and chesed. Leave the rest to the one above. Stop worrying. Everything always works out just as it should. Now, please, beg you,
That's a spicy
open
one.
the doors to your store and to your heart and do the right thing. Sincerely, your current hostages.
Oh, whoa, what the...
But always
Why did he smile at that? Your current hostage. That's right, I could end their lives with the I actually have some halon stored in... I could release that and choke them to death.
Her friends.
That's what gives him a little chuckle.
God, I'm so ashamed.
Wait, why is Smooth Jazz playing?
We met Josh Man, but maybe he just did not understand that helping these kids, these needy young kids, is a
Alright. I think the rest is probably mostly the music. Maybe not. Jesus, there's 10 minutes left of this. You know what also shines through about this current cast of Five-ish and Friends is that kid wants to be there, and the other kids that we'd seen in the previous videos, you could tell some of them didn't want to be there.
Of course, Five-ish and the kid are right.
What's on his screen right now? Is that it's not Audacity, but that is definitely some kind of audio editing program, I think, because those are
Tearful, no need to be tearful. You just need to trust Hashem above. He always protects
hey, drinking Coke Zero, I guess. Or actually, no, that's a generic Coca-Cola brand cup, though, to be honest.
us. He never forgets us.
Wait a minute, is that Paw Patrol? A cab, including that cop dog. Remember the thing where they were gonna put where there were stories, quote unquote, not really, but they were like people on Twitter were like, yeah, we should put the cop dog down on Paw Patrol because of George Floyd. That was pretty fucking funny. That was a great little Twitter shit post.
And he showers us with love. I have to get up there and I have to keep my word to Five-ish and the kid.
I want him to just beat the shit out of him. Just this is all a trick to kill him for revenge. This is Old Boy. Fuck. What's the comparison to Old Boy? What's the spicy joke here?
Guys, the Tchotchkemacher is on
Yeah, let's go into Robbie.
his way.
Oh fuck! This is gonna be a good one, buddy.
So actually, Kinderlach, the story with Five-ish, Jitsi, and the Tchotchkemacher
Oh, okay.
is not something, just a nice, funny story, but rather it's something that happens to us many times where we lose sight and think that it's people that what are doing to us is what's really controlling our lives, when really everything that's happening to us is coming from Hashem Yisbarach. The Eibush is making everything happen.
I'll give you a hint what it is. It's Old Brees. Old Briss, however you pronounce it.
And we have to, when we see that, then we are able to free ourselves from all.
Oh god, there's a lot of things
when
we could
we're
do with the
able
Old
to
Boy
see
theme.
The world around us and what's happening with us with a clear vision to see things properly, we're able to act.
Oh man, I think on that we're gonna end for the night because god damn, there's some good riffs that could be done there, but they are all horrifically offensive, and I don't want to have that on fucking, I don't want to have that being held against me and out of context. So I'm just gonna send him to Mecca. Let's see, what do I end on? Let's end on. Also, I think I'm going to make an intro for this shit. And I got some ideas, but if you guys have any ideas, please send them to me at quinwright338@gmail.com. That's QUINNWRIGHT338@gmail.com. I think we're going to end with Konyawa Hurricane, just the real song, probably, which is from Bubblegum Crisis. Great song, great video, great anime. Check it out, people, please. Anyways, have a good night, folks. Please, I'm gonna request that maybe stay till the end of the video, because I'll probably not stop streaming until the end of the video, and I'll be in the chat as much as possible while the video is playing. But just fucking check out Bubblegum Crisis. It's great. I'm trying to write an adaptation, and I finally got the tone down, and really that tone was very informed by the Proto Men, Act 1 specifically. So yeah. Anyways, Konyawa Hurricane, which in the translation is tonight a hurricane. Or there's a hurricane tonight. I think it's tonight a hurricane.
点 AD ポリスの援助を請う。
言葉のダーツ投げ合うだけじゃ胸の痛みは分かり合え
14区で大規模な爆発発生。追走中の当局車両が巻き込まれたものと思われる。
何があなたの瞳を曇らせるのか。Big city ちぎれたハートは夜に踊り疲れて
ルーマよ、レオ。
うつろな手前でささやかなぬくもりまた焦がれた今夜のハリケーンあなたにハリケーン伝えたいの Loving you 今夜のハリケーンもう一度ハリケーン抱きしめたいか
34区出現しました。よーし、逃がすな。構え。
Big city 孤独なハートはみんな愛の迷い子 Big city 涙のジャバイで眠らない想いを揺さぶるだけ今夜はハリケーンあなたにハリケーン伝えたいの Loving you 今夜はハリケーン感じてハリケーン素顔のままで今夜はハリケーンあなたにハリケーン伝えたいの Loving you